Good evening, my loyal subscribers. Now I'm just playing. What's up, YouTube? Casper's Kicks once again. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. Hope y'all are having a great week so far. I'm not gonna lie, I still have not recovered from Dallas, so I am super duper tired. It is almost 11 o'clock at night when I'm recording this video. For some reason, I am still up. I need to go to sleep, but gotta get this video recorded for y'all. So basically, it's going to be an entire daily lesson video. If you're not familiar with that segment of my channel, it's basically just a sneaker update of everything going on in the world. Just providing y'all with an update on what all information we got today. So hopefully, if y'all watched the last video I did over the new JD, hopefully y'all enjoyed that video. A little bit different, just vlogging of the day. Don't always get to do it, but it is fun just to vlog and go around, especially when there's a lot of sneaker stuff going on. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Now, starting off today, which is Tuesday, October 11th, we had the release of the Clark Atlanta Dunks. I do have the stock numbers. I took an L on those, so I did get the submission not selected screen. Y'all know the lovely screen that we all love to get on the sneakers app. So starting off with the stock numbers, they had a men's 4.5 through men's 15, and the total stock number was a grand total of 2,965 pairs. So there wasn't a lot. We saw the same thing with the TSU Dunks, the Tennessee State Dunks. Not a lot of those either. Honestly, I believe it was around 2,900 pairs for those as well. So it looks like we're getting a consistent amount of these pairs. I think like the big reason why, either they just didn't make a lot of these, or they have more stock in the area where the shoes are actually releasing. So this was in Clark, Atlanta, or this was Clark, Atlanta. So in Atlanta, they might have had more pairs at stores in that area. I really don't know if you're in Atlanta or if you're in Tennessee and you went for either of those shoes, or you just live in that area. Let me know if they had like shoes in the area. I know they did raffles in the area, but I don't know how many pairs they had, if they had a bunch of pairs or if a lot of people were able to get pairs. Yeah, I really don't know. So let me know in the comments if you know. We have the FAMU Dunks left and the North Carolina A&T Dunks left for the HBCUs. Will there be more HBCU Dunks? I have no idea. I don't know how they're determining what schools get what, but it'll just be one of those wait and see what else Nike ends up coming out with. Now, continuing on, let's see. So we actually got official images today of two shoes. We got the Air Jordan 4, is it the Midnight Navy? I think that's the name. I can't remember the Cowboys colorway 4. I'm drawing a blank off the top of my head, but we got those images today. And then we also got the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found official images today as well. So we got the shoes, the box, the receipt that comes with the box, everything for with this shoe. Now, y'all know how this shoe's gonna go. It's gonna be very hyped up. We're already hearing about a ton of stock numbers for this shoe. Yeah, it's double up for me. I'm getting 2 pairs for myself off rip. Like, that's just how it's gonna go immediately. Like, I'm grabbing myself 2 pairs first and foremost before I get anything else. But yeah, these are nice. I'm ready to see these in hand. I'm still working on getting a pair to do an early review. Just prices are still high up there, so it's just one of those. I refuse to pay that high price to get the shoe. So that was that, and then we'll close off with everything that is set to drop on sneakers this week, and then we'll go into a little bit of next week because I know I just talked about this shoe. So starting off on the 14th, which is in 2 or 3 days, we have the Air Force 1 Billie Eilish, and this is the Sequoia colorway, and this is where all those straps are on the Air Force 1. Look, I did a review on the first Air Force 1 that she did like this. I'm not doing one over this shoe. If y'all were interested in that, I'm sorry. Like, I get the shoe and then I end up being stuck with it because nobody wants it. So I'm just gonna stay away this time. So if y'all wanted a review on the shoe, I'm sorry. If you want one, let me know. Maybe I'll think about copying it. But as of right now, I'm staying away. I get caught up with this shoe and get stuck with it, and nobody wants it. Yeah, so that is on the 14th. And then moving on, we have the next Air Jordan 4, and that is the Air Jordan 4 Canyon Purple. That is set for October 15th, which is this upcoming Saturday. They have women's 5 through women's 16.5, which, yes, that means there's extended size in these 4s. I've done an early review on them already, so if you're interested, I will link it above. I'm still undecided on if I'm going to get myself a pair or not, or if I'm going to pass. I'll decide in the next couple of days. But if you're interested in the shoe, they do come out Saturday. Reservations are already open on the Flex app. I would expect some type of release on the Finish Line JD app. So just be watchful of those apps. Y'all know they do exclusive access or in-store raffle. Just stay up to date with your local store and what's going on the app. And then continuing on the 15th as well, we have the Dunk Low Wolf Gray and Pure Platinum. Y'all know how dunks go. They're going to sell out. So if you're interested in them, good luck. Do what you got to do to get that pair. That's all I'm going to say. And then last but not least, on the 18th, we have the Dunk Low, and this is the FAMU, the Florida A&M University Dunk. This is the orange, white, and green colorway. This is one of the nicer ones in my opinion. But yeah, these come out the 18th, so if you're interested in them, good luck. Just like the Clark Atlanta and the TSU Dunks, I would expect low stock on these on sneakers. So it's going to be a tough cop, but all you can do is try at this point. So that is everything on sneakers this week. Now, moving to the main point of this video, and literally like an hour ago before I actually got up here to record this video, I saw a tweet, or not tweet, an Instagram post from Complex Sneakers, and it said Nike announces new penalties for resellers. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I went to the article that Complex posted, and yeah, it's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. So, like I said, the article title is Nike announces new penalties for resellers, and then it has the picture of, I believe her name was like Ann or whatever, the VP that worked for Nike, whose son was reselling shoes, and he posted pictures of all the shoes that he had. Yeah, that picture is what's in the article, so I will post it up so y'all can see it as well. But just kind of skimming through this article, I'm just going to read important parts. It's not a long article, but just so y'all get the gist of it. So it starts off with news of Nike Korea cracking down on resellers making the rounds in recent weeks. The brand has made similar updates to its e-commerce terms of sale stateside. So of course, that affects the United States, those of us that are in the United States. I don't know about Europe or anywhere else, or Canada, but I know stateside for the US. Maybe Canada, I really don't know. But it says, first spotted by the Wall Street Journal, Nike's new terms of sale included updated language pertaining to resale and bot use. The policies, which have been in place for years, were revised this month to include harsher penalties for those the brand determines purchase items with the intention of reselling. So, first and foremost, just reading that first paragraph, I'm curious to see how Nike will determine who's reselling. Like, how can you determine who resells what? Like, for example, in my household, I live with 4 people, 3 people in the house, all purchase off sneakers. So, because we get 3 different shoes that come to the house, does that deem me a reseller and so forth and so on? Like, how does that work? How do they determine who is reselling? So, I'm curious to see how that works. I understand the bot use because, of course, you're ordering multiples with your bot. But once again, how are they going to determine who's reselling and who's not, especially for someone that has a bigger family and is getting or has multiple sneakers accounts tied to that one address? Now, continuing on, Nike now reserves the right to charge restocking fees, impose purchase quantity limits, flat out refuse returns, and deny access to any of its stores. Previous sanctions that remain in place include the brand's ability to restrict sales, cancel orders, and suspend or close accounts of suspected resellers. So, yeah, just once again, just continuing on to how they determine who's reselling, who's not reselling, I really don't know. Charging for restocking fees will be interesting, and that really has to do with people sending shoes back, which they talk about in the next paragraph. But yeah, refusing returns and just different things like that. So we'll go ahead and go to the last paragraph. So the last paragraph says, the updated terms also extend Nike's right to reject or cancel orders. Previous iterations of the terms included a clause pertaining to unusual or potential fraudulent orders, but the new document specifically states that Nike can cancel those that are placed with bots. It also adds that orders can be canceled if an account has an excessive amount of returns or exceeds product purchase limits. So, starting with the return. So, I've heard resellers who buy a shoe off sneakers, they try and sell it. If they can't sell it, then they just return it back to Nike, and they get their money back, and they're out the shoe easy if they can't sell. So I understand that aspect of cracking down on that, especially because if people are buying and they have the intention of reselling, then they return the shoe. Basically, they're taking away the opportunity of someone who actually wants the shoe of being able to get the shoe. So I understand that aspect of that. Now, when it comes to exceeding product purchase limits, I'm not sure exactly how they'll determine that. I don't know if that specifically ties to how many pairs are being shipped to a certain address or how many pairs are bought off that account. I really don't know. And that's why it's kind of confusing, because they say they're going to do this, but how exactly are they going to determine who exactly is reselling and who's not reselling? And then going to the bot aspect of it, once again, like I mentioned, I know they have like the sneakers bot out there, so people have that bot. I'm sure there's other bots that pertain and tie specifically to the sneakers app. So, yeah, it's just, I think it's honestly, it's going to be one of those things where we're going to have to wait and see how Nike handles this. Like, will random people that just buy shoes to buy shoes end up getting caught up with this? Or will the system actually work for them to be able to crack down on resellers? And how will that impact just purchasing sneakers as a whole? So I'm curious to see how things will play out with this new penalty that Nike's implementing with the sneakers app. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Do y'all think it will be, we'll see a major change on sneakers and purchasing on there? Will that stop you from buying multiple pairs on the sneakers app? Honestly, will it stop me from buying multiple pairs? Probably not. It's just going to be one of those where we're just going to have to test the system just to see if they're actually going to do it and how they will actually do it. It's just going to be one of those where we let things play out and see where they go. But as of right now, I'm just curious to see how they will implement these things and how they will determine who's reselling and who's not. But like I mentioned, let me know how y'all feel about this, and then let me know if you're going for any of the shoes that are set to come out this week on sneakers. As always, I do appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. Go and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and all the notification bells so you can stay up to date when I post new content. Trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so slowly making our way there. If you have not already, please subscribe or like the video. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. Stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.